welcome in Commanders family to the Game Day Preview Podcast from out here at DC Prime. Phenomenal food, phenomenal drinks, and some phenomenal gentlemen here with me. We got Mr. Gary Clark in the building, Super Bowl champion Gary Clark.
Let's go. The great one,
Yes. Then we got another Super Bowl champion in Brian Mitchell. And if two Super Bowl champions weren't enough, we got three Super Bowl champions. London Fletcher in the building. Give it up for them. And then, of course, we got the best fans in the NFL in the building. We do this before every single home game out here at DC Prime.
I'm jealous, though, because they got their Super Bowls here in DC, man. I want a rig here in DC.
London, I wasn't going to mention it, man. I was not going to mention it.
It just hits a little different when you got that rig.
No, when you got the bling, you got the bling.
Man, they done left St. Louis. We ain't even got no home for that team.
But guess what you have? That ring.
I got that ring that a lot of people...
It makes it more valuable now that they're gone somewhere else.
Hey, man.
Totally.
As if London's going to sell it. It's very, 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 very valuable. And speaking of Super Bowl champions, we're playing the Denver Broncos on prime time. We know how big that game is. But before we preview that game, which we are here to do, we got to show love to a Super Bowl champion that beat the Denver Broncos of Mr. Gary Clark. Give it up for him because he won the Super Bowl against the Broncos. Not only won.
I was watching that game. I was at home in college.
You scored a touchdown. I said, what was B-Mitch at? He wasn't even in the league yet. Gary, do you remember that Super Bowl? I'm sure you do.
Oh, yeah. I mean, childhood dream come true. My first Super Bowl. Every kid, when you're a kid, that's what you dream about doing is playing in the Super Bowl. Had an opportunity to play. I was so pumped up. I was too pumped up. I think maybe the first two passes they threw me, I dropped because I was so fired up to play the game. But I finally settled down, and I was fortunate enough, like you said, to score the go-ahead touchdown in that Super Bowl. And that was good for multiple reasons. First reason is I finally got a chance to score a touchdown in the Super Bowl. Childhood dream come true. It was a go-ahead touchdown in that Super Bowl, which means contract-wise, I had like a bonus for like $15,000 if I had to go the winning touchdown, which that ended up being. So it was a good day. Team came out and played extremely well.
Yes,
Doug Williams and Ricky Sanders and Timmy Smith offensively, spectacular days, unbelievable days. And the defense was just golden. I mean, just golden. They played so spectacular. It was just a great time. And my first Super Bowl and the second Super Bowl and Commanders/Redskins history that they won. So it was a spectacular day.
Three catches for 55 yards and a touchdown, B.
But in that game, everyone discusses how great the offense was. London understands this. For the offense to score 35 points in one quarter, they were getting the ball back. So, listen, it's 15 minutes in a quarter.
Yes.
Yeah. How the hell you score 35 points in one quarter?
Y'all did it 18 plays?
18 plays.
Oh, my goodness.
They called off. Joe called off the dogs. If Joe would have let us kept passing, we would have scored like 80 points.
Wow.
Joe called off the dogs.
That is crazy, man.
I mean, it's like boom, boom, boom.
Gary, with a game like that, when do you know that you guys are about to do something special? Is it before the game even starts, or was there a moment in the game where you're like, oh, man, we about to tear them up?
I mean, we had a great week of practice. You know, I mean, when we went up there, it's the week before the Super Bowl and you're practicing, right? And it looked like full-out war. We practiced before the Super Bowl. You're supposed to be taking it a little easy because you want no injuries. We're full-out war. Like, you would have thought every practice was a Super Bowl because we're coming playing at full strength, practicing at full strength. And it was, like I said, it was just a spectacular day. Even though we fell behind, I think we fell behind like 10-0, something like that. In the first, we were still confident that we was going to win the football game. And what really motivated us is when Doug Williams went down hurt, probably like a career-ending injury, quite honestly. I think it really kind of ended his career, even though he played through the next season. But his knee was done. He battled through that, and that really got us fired up. He battled through that, and you would have never known. The offensive line, after that happened, he never got touched again. Offensive line came through. I mean, the Hogs was like digging down into it. It was literally a spectacular day. I remember our line, and this is my first Super Bowl, so I was only in like my third year in the league too, so I'm standing on the line of scrimmage, and the line is telling the player, the defensive player, what play we're going to run. I'm like, shut up. I'm like, what are y'all doing, you know? About my second Super Bowl, I was kind of doing the same thing, so it was okay, but it was unbelievable. Unbelievable what kind of game that was. I mean, we truly could have scored like 60 to 70 points if Joe Joe's the type of person who would never embarrass another team. He's just not built that way.
You
And
think 35 points in one quarter?
yeah, I
is
mean,
not
so, I
embarrassing.
mean, he was like,
There's
he
still a lot
called
of football left,
He
though.
called off the dogs. I mean, like the line though. Timmy Smith was running through holes that was like, from here to
He
there.
had 220, and he found out that
Unbelievable.
morning he was going to be the starter.
Oh yeah, I mean Joe, he had no clue.
Who was the normal starter?
We had George Rogers and KB, Kevin Bryant.
And
he went
all
with
of a
Timmy
sudden,
Smith.
it's just, you going to be the starter.
Yeah, for that game. Like he didn't know until the game started that he was
Wow.
going to start. All of us in the huddle, we all kind of looked. It's like,
What?
I was kind of like,
What you doing in here?
kind of, sort of. But Timmy had a great. I mean, he broke records.
Yes, 20-something yards. I
Yeah,
think
it was unbelievable.
I will say this, though. I was so excited that y'all beat the brakes off the Broncos. Reason being, I grew up a Browns fan. And they beat us in the AFC Championship game, 3 times? I think they beat us that year to get to that Super Bowl. So Elway still don't like him. So I was cheering for the Redskins in that game.
Is that the
against
one where
Broncos.
Ernest had the fumble going in?
No,
That's
that
the
was
year
after the
before.
drive.
Next one?
Yeah,
That was
we
after
got
the drive.
Ernest the next year because of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, because
Dude could
because
ball,
they were
man.
really Cleveland was good.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they
I
really
think
were. They
the
I
were-
learned
Browns would've gave it a
perseverance
little
from
bit better
Ernest.
Bernie
matchup.
Kosar he was spectacular.
Yeah.
Quarterback. He
London, were
really
you
was.
in middle school or high school? Because Beeman said he was in college.
I think I was in elementary.
Oh, wow. Dang, man. That's crazy that you remember so vividly.
No, 87, I was in middle school. I was
I was in college.
I was
That
in
was my-
7th grade.
I
I
was
might
in-
have been actually a 6th grader.
Wow.
I was a freshman in
I
college.
was
That
in
was
6th or
my
7th
second
grade.
semester.
So, Bemis, I'm going to ask you this because you were a little older. Did you understand the gravity of what Doug Williams was accomplishing?
Yeah, because Doug is from Louisiana, and Doug played for Zachary High School, which is in the 6 AAA, which is the same conference I played in. And I've known about Doug since I was a little kid playing in Little League and stuff like that. My brothers played against Doug. So when he got, so this is my thing. I was a Cowboy fan. And they fired Tom Landry. And then Doug goes to Washington. I instantly started cheering for Washington. Just because it was Doug Williams, the brother from Louisiana.
Yeah.
You know? And when Doug went in that game, I was like, damn, I'm a Redskins fan now. And my coach was like, you know, they go to the Super Bowl every 5 years. So all of a sudden, I end up playing. I get drafted by Washington. That was 87,
What round were you drafted in?
5th. So they had gone to the Super Bowl in 87, and I'm like, he say every 5 years. Well, we went back in 92, right?
Wow.
91
Bam.
season, yeah.
There we go.
That is wild. And that had to mean something to you because at the time you were a black quarterback and
Yes.
it was not something that's as common as what we see now. So he's being from where you're from. You followed in his footsteps as far as the position you play, man. So when you see him get that Super Bowl MVP, what does that mean for somebody like you who's truly trying to follow in his footsteps and make it to the next level as a
It
QB?
just open your eyes, like, and I think people have to understand, like, when you see somebody from where you're from doing what you do, doing something spectacular like that, it makes you just have that little thing inside of you, that little light that says you can do it too. And listen, to me, it didn't make a difference how I got to the NFL. I wanted to play in the NFL. Because if I wanted to stay at quarterback, I'd have gone to Canada. Canada offered me more money than the NFL did my first 2 or 3 years. But going to the NFL is what my dreams were about. And watching Doug was the reason that I felt that I could get it done. You know, so I made a lot of bets and a lot of friends of mine that I was going to play quarterback in the NFL. And I did. I got paid off of that. But the ultimate thing, just watching him do what he did in that fashion, it gave me the hope that I could do what I wanted to do. You know, and then like you look at me going after him and then look at my hometown. My hometown is about 15 to 18 miles from where Doug grew up. Wow. I make it to the league, and then Percy and Javon Gottschall and Dotson and Wicks, all those guys went to my high school. They are now in the NFL. So all that was sparked from watching the great Doug Williams do it from Zachary High School. Although we hated Zachary, we cheered for Doug.
Wow.
It completely changed the way the league looks today. If we lose that football game, all the black quarterbacks you see him playing quarterback today, they're either playing running back, receiver, or defensive back if we lose the football game.
Yes.
Doug winning the football game completely changed how they thought about the black quarterback in the National Football League. And so You're a quarterback in the league today. You should give Doug Williams 2% of your salary.
I think Ronda would like that more than Doug.
Just give it to him.
Straight up.
Because he completely changed how people looked at the game. I mean,
yes.
it changed literally overnight. It changed how the game was looked at.
And Gary, I'm so glad you point that out because as cool as Doug Williams is, as accessible as he is, I think people forget that sometimes, that he's truly a pioneer. He was getting rocks thrown at him at one point, just being a black quarterback. And now we look at the league today, and it's majority black quarterbacks. Some of the best players, the MVPs, are the black quarterbacks. So let's give it up for Mr. Doug right now because he deserves that love. For the phenomenal football player, even better human. Now, London, I'm going to put you on the spot because B. Mitch, I feel like he would remember this. We do have a trivia question. You're only in 6th grade, so I feel like you might actually still remember it, though.
in 6th grade. He lying about
No,
that.
he lied.
How old are you, London?
What is it, the 87 season?
How old are you?
I think so.
80, so it's 87. I was 12
7
years old.
older than him. Wow.
So it's, y'all played the Super Bowl January of 88 or
January 88.
so yeah, I was 12 years old.
12-year-old London. Let's see if 12-year-old London
Yes,
remembers.
I was 7th grade.
In other words, he calling us old, Gary.
No, but
He calling you real old.
I
He
wasn't
was
alive.
me.
spectacular about London was he was like 12 years old playing varsity football.
Grown man.
That's how
He was the
good
exact same
London
size
was.
at 12.
That's how good London was.
Not that
12 years
far.
old playing varsity football, but he was just spectacular. Everybody knew that he was going to be special when he got into the NFL.
You're not that far off.
That is no doubt. London, who scored the first touchdown in that Super Bowl against the Denver Broncos? It was a big one.
So against the Broncos, well, Gary said they were down 10-0, but who scored the first touchdown
For us.
Washington?
For us.
If you don't know this, Ryan gonna be mad. You're not looking at the emails.
I didn't give me the email. He probably
He
did.
would give me the email.
It's a Tuesday, man.
I saw it today.
It's still early.
The email came like
It was
yesterday.
it was a big one.
and I saw it.
Gary said he dropped 2 passes early in that game, but he had to go ahead score.
It was a member of the Posse.
It's Ricky Sanders.
There you
Ricky
go.
Sanders
Yeah,
had an
there you
80-yard
I was going to
touchdown.
eventually get there.
80 yards.
And then followed up with a 50-yard touchdown.
Right.
9 catches for 193 yards. And
Unbelievable.
2 touchdowns
Oh, my
for
goodness.
Gary's little
So
bro.
y'all
You remember that
almost
performance,
had
Gary?
a 200-yard receiver and a 200-yard
Yes.
rusher.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
It's
Dude,
nuts.
9 catches, 193 yards. That's ridiculous.
This
man.
is the crazy part about it, though. He went for that 80-yard touchdown, right? We had Charlie 10 hitch call. It's a 5-yard route.
Yes.
Were they pressing it?
The defensive back was off, and my defensive back on my side stayed off. He just decided to walk up and press Ricky at the last minute and turned into a fade route automatically.
Oh.
And that's what happened. He just would have stayed back because he was supposed to be in cover 3.
Right, yeah.
He decided he's going to walk up and try to jam Ricky. That was a mistake.
But you know what? As I listened to that, the stats of that game, it shows you the genius of Joe Gibbs, though.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, Joe rolled in this place with the Air Coryell offense and wanted to throw the ball. But then he realized he couldn't throw it. So he started running the ball. And they started off 0-5.
That's what great coaches do.
This
That's
is
what
the
good
previous
coaches do.
years, though.
Yeah.
But they started 0-5. Then he went to start throwing the ball. But then he kept the mindset of running the football. And then he was able to incorporate him, Art, and Gary, and Ricky into a thing where at one year, did y'all all have 3,000 yards?
Yeah, I mean,
And the
it
running backs
changed.
had 1,000 yards as well?
He changed over time. Like, he
Yeah.
knew how to
Yeah.
He knew how to change his offense based off of his personnel.
Yeah.
Because we had Riggins when I first came to the team. We had Riggos, then we had George, then we had Timmy. We had these backs that were bigger backs, but over time, it changed where now you had to defend against the pass, and that opened up the run.
Yes.
So at the end of the day, EB got 1,100, 1,200 yards. When we all went over 3,000, each got over 1,000 yards receiving, EB got over around 1,100 rushing.
Yeah.
Because now you got to worry about us throwing on first down or second down or third down and loosened up the run.
It
was
just
perfect.
shows. That's why I just look at that where in this day and age, everybody says it's a passing league. No, you should be whatever you have on your team. What is your personnel? That is why Vegas is so good. Because everybody tries to do what the hell one team is doing when they don't have the talent to do it. Listen, if I was in the league today and I was offensive coordinator and I ran the ball and you can't stop me from getting 6 yards, I might run 75 times in that game. They were like, well, he don't throw the football. We won the game. That's all that matters. Shut up.
And controlled the clock.
And then if you watch the New England Patriots, remember? New England Patriots will go 50 rushes in a game. They'll come back the next week and throw it 50 times.
Well, I think
because they did whatever the defense gave them.
Well, they did whatever it took to win that game.
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, if it might be, we're gonna spread you out in time. You're gonna throw it 40 times, or we're going to Kansas City in an AFC Championship game, and we want to keep Mahomes on the sideline. We're gonna run it 40 times.
Yeah.
But
they had to be running and having success with the run to keep doing it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So it just shows you where
we getting the big personnel, we running the football.
If you are copying off of somebody else, so let's say Gary's riding in a Ferrari, and I have a Volkswagen Beetle, and he's winning every race, I'm going to just start trying to outrun everybody.
Well, let's be honest, B. Mitch. It's more likely that you'll have the Ferrari and I have the bug.
Gary, I'm trying to give it an analogy here.
I'm just trying to say.
Hold on. So,
everybody saw
like,
that 20,000 square foot mansion B. Mitch had.
Instead of utilizing what you have. You know, let's just say if I had a dump truck, why am I trying to outrun somebody? I'm just going to run through
you got to run through them.
Yeah, there we go.
But yeah. And that was a great part about Joe.
Joe knew his stuff,
Joe knew how to switch up, like, no matter what. He had 2 game plans for every game.
Yeah.
If we weren't going to rush the ball well, then we was going to pass the ball. We weren't going to pass the ball well, then we was going to rush the ball, just like B. Mitch just said.
Yeah.
I mean, he understood the game. The adjustments at halftime allowed us to come out and play like a completely different team in the second half, if needed to be.
Shout out to Coach Gibbs. Today's his birthday.
Oh, really? Man, happy birthday,
85
Coach.
years old.
Happy birthday, Coach.
Happy birthday, Coach.
Oh, man.
Thanks for giving me a job all those years and putting up with me.
Yeah, Gary, I remember some things you said to him.
Gary, when we talk about Ricky, it makes me think of him telling me that you guys would always tell him he was Doug's favorite receiver. Did you feel that way?
Yeah, I do. Like, even when Ricky scored his second touchdown pass, that was a pass to me. How did it end up in Ricky's hands? That's what I'm trying to figure out. All of a sudden, I'm looking, I'm like, oh, this is coming to me. I got this guy beat. All of a sudden, I see Ricky flash past me. He stole my touchdown pass. I'm a little upset about that. I'm not bitter because I'm bitter. I'm extremely bitter.
Fellas,
I
we
didn't
are
have
here.
2 touchdowns in the Super Bowl.
Man,
I wanted
be
2
a quarterback-
touchdowns in the Super Bowl.
listen.
It sucks.
You on the team with those 3.
I played with him later.
In 91.
Yeah.
But think about this. I've been on a team where you got 2 receivers.
Bruce and Hope.
Not Bruce and Hope. When I was in Buffalo with Eric Mose and Peerless Price, man, we could win the game, and one of them might have 3 catches in a win, the other one might have 10. That dude ain't gonna talk the whole week. He is hot. I'm talking about hot. And vice versa, he get 10 in a loss, they chopping it up. But to have 3 receivers and to be able to manage that as a quarterback and a position coach and that's tough right there.
That's the thing about it. Where when I got here in Washington, Art was the quiet guy. Art's the team guy all the time. Ricky don't say much at all either. Gary might be brash, but Gary wants to win.
So all team players.
Number one, he wants to win.
Right.
And when you watch that dynamic work, you know, I'm looking at them like Ernest Biner, Gerald Riggs, Kelvin Bryant, Reggie DuPont. Remember SMU? All that illegal money. Tom Brown was the white dude that was running back.
Okay.
Then you had Ricky, Gary, Art. You know, I'm looking at all these. I'm like, how is this man going to be able to utilize all this stuff? But then when you get to practice and start working, you know, being a quarterback coming into this thing, I never let my mindset change from being a quarterback. So I would look at the whole, and I'm like, all these dudes really care about is winning. Yeah. Nobody wants to be the guy. And when you look at some teams that have the greatest talent in the world, they don't win. Because
we all wanted to be the guy, B. Mitch. I mean,
nah, Gary.
Don't get me wrong. We all wanted.
That's not the way you worked.
We all wanted to be the guy. Don't get me wrong. We all wanted to be the guy, but we were never mad when somebody else was the guy for that game.
No. That's what I'm saying. Wanting to be the guy never became a distraction.
Oh no, not at all.
And I think that right there, as a young dude coming into this thing, bro, that was the most amazing thing in the world.
I mean, it's still rare, B.
It made us all
we don't
better.
really see that.
Man, I cried after a preseason game we lost, and
you and me
they
both.
quickly told me, "Hey, man, Wait till regular season to cry. Don't be crying right now. Make the damn team. You
That's
crying,
what, that's what you love about being Mitch, though. Because, quite honestly, that's the way you should feel after a game if you don't win the game. If you lose a football game, it's your job to go out there and win the football game. It's just what it is. There's nothing good about losing. I don't care what anybody says. Mm-hmm. Don't get me wrong. Sportsmanship is good in youth league, high school, college is really good. In the pros, I'm not the best sportsman in the world. I mean, don't get me wrong. If we won the football game, I'd go shake your hand and say, you know what? We lucked up today. You guys were the better team. We just lucked up today. I'm going to be very kind in that. But if we lost the game, I'm not going to shake your damn hand.
Man, speaking of,
I need to figure out what I did wrong.
Gary, I'm glad you brought up losing the game. I can't stand when these guys get to exchanging jerseys at their games.
We was just talking.
Oh my goodness,
that's a new age.
Listen,
it's different.
I don't.
Different for London.
I play with Torrey in the Rams. I'm playing him in a preseason game when I'm in Buffalo. Torrey, this is my boy. He like, Fletcher, what else? Y'all there chopping it up before the game. I looked at him dead in his face. I said, I can't wait to knock your ass out. So my point is, there was not going to be any jersey. Yeah. This is a preseason game.
Yeah, you can come over to the house later on.
I don't. Yeah, in off season. In off season, I just can't turn it off and on. Like I don't want to talk to you before the game.
But see, that
after the game, during the game.
That's what life has become, though. Like exchanging the jersey is a big thing. Just like
I can't stand it.
What we're doing right now, we're doing media. Media don't care about giving you facts or truth or educating you on something. Media cares about clickbait. I learned a long time ago, telling the truth, that's the biggest clickbait in the world because most people don't do it. Yeah. So you seem rare. That was about 15 years of this team when they wasn't doing a lot of good stuff. I told the truth. Yes, and everybody like, how could you say that? Well, it's my job to tell you the truth.
He's always saying.
I don't get personal. I don't get personal with people.
Just be honest.
You know, whatever you're doing outside the game, I don't care. But if you did something on the football field, which is public knowledge, I'm speaking on it. And the fact that I speak on it as a former player, just like when we speak now, players get a little different when the former players say something. Because they know you know what the hell you're talking about. You know, so it's just like, I just feel like.
You know what it looks like.
Yeah.
You know what it looks like.
Listen, bro. The world is so different now. Like, everybody's not supposed to have a trophy.
No.
It wouldn't call it competition if that was the case.
Oh, my.
You know? And, the bigger guy may look like he's the best, but the little guy could be better than him. That little guy got tenacity like this is a crazy dude right here.
They get participation trophies. I remember when my son first got his participation trophy. I threw that thing in the track because their team sucked. I took his participation trophy. You know, he's probably like 7 years old, something like that. You know, just a little. I mean, he was so happy to get the trophy. I was like, it was like a basketball participation trophy. I was like, y'all's team didn't win a game. It's like, y'all getting a trophy for what? I was like, you guys sucked. I mean, give me that trophy. I took that trophy and I threw it in the garbage can.
You don't want him to get used to.
How'd your son take it?
Rewarded for losing.
I mean, he was shocked at first because I jerked it out of his hand. Give me that. Because he was all happy that he had. I was like, buddy, you can't even dribble the ball that well. So no, you don't deserve this trophy. Why are you going to put it on your mantle? You guys suck. There's nothing good about this trophy. Throw it away. It's just what it is. I'm just being honest. Like it'd be like,
I love it.
Me playing like team like the year before the Giants.
It's like catching the touchdown in the Super Bowl and losing, right? And then running down to like, this is what I did.
I don't understand that. Like, there's nothing good about losing. You can
I've never. Team. To your point, so I played in 2 Super Bowls. Won one, lost one. I've never won you get an NFC, you get a championship run, a conference championship ring if you lose. I've never won that championship ring.
There you go, my man.
Never.
My man.
Because I'm just the first loser.
Because that's what it's basically telling
I ain't wearing that.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. I mean, it's just.
Life is hard. You got to give them hard lessons.
Man.
Said like some true OGs. Let's give it up for these Super Bowl champs right here. Yes. Now, walking down memory lane is fun, but we are here to preview a very, very tough matchup against the Denver Broncos. We will be back on prime time, which seems like the 100th time this season that we have been on prime time. And we are recording this on a Tuesday, so we do not know who's going to be fully healthy to play. We are not fully sure if Jaden Daniels will play right now. Coaches said he's 50-50, I believe. Maybe he said Terry was 50-50 as well. We do not know, and we are not here to speculate. However, we have seen a few games of Marcus Mariota.
Yes.
So we do know what he is capable of. He will be going against a very, very tough defense, B-Mitch. We'll be previewing that game on Command Center Game Day Live, but let's preview it a little bit here. What are you expecting to see from Marcus Mariota against one of the best defenses in the NFL?
Listen, I never doubt Marcus. I think Marcus he's played very well. I think what has to happen is, and I've said this many times in many different ways, the rest of the guys got to go out there and do their job at a higher level to make him not have to do more. Where he can just go out there and do his job. Listen, Marcus Mariota is not, he's an insurance policy. He's not a guy that, oh, yeah, we're going to just throw him out there. He understands his offense. He knows what he's doing. But I have seen situations where the odds were greater for you to get a win, where the team was far better and they come out and they lost, okay? This team has to believe in themselves, in themselves. Like, it's not just about the mind, the physical aspect of it. What do you believe here? See, I have, in my life, I've thought many a time I'm in a bad situation. I was like David, and the team we playing was Goliath. I thought I was going to take out that damn giant. And this is the way you have to think. Listen, I live this. I'm not just talking about it. I have been successful in my life because I've never shied away from competition. I don't care how big you are, how bad you are, how fast you think you are. If we got to do this thing for 3 hours, I'm gonna run faster in the last half of the game than you're gonna run. I'm gonna bring stuff at you, and I'm gonna know so much about you to where I'm gonna say stuff to you that's gonna make you have to think about punching me in the face or focusing on what you have to do. This is football, man. And I think what we have to understand, we got guys on this team right now have done great things in their careers. Well, you know what's the biggest moment right now? Sunday damn night. Get it done. Okay? I got my whole thing is, listen, it's Thanksgiving. I'm gonna go to work tomorrow. I'm gonna go down to North Carolina. I'm gonna hang out with my grandkids. I'm getting back up here to be at that game. I gotta do a pregame show, a postgame, and I'm gonna be there to bring my energy into the stadium. Why? Because it's important. They getting paid way more than I'm gonna get paid. They need to believe they can win this game. Listen, fans don't understand sometimes. Media people don't understand what you really go through and how you got to get it done. Yes, you've been losing, but you looking at film and you like, man, if we just correct this and this, it could change. Yeah. They got to find a way to make sure those things are corrected.
And B, I love you brought up the mentality, and this one's for you, London, because as good as Denver has been, they are the most penalized team in the NFL. When you come in knowing that, especially as a defender, right, you got to try to exploit that.
Yeah, you absolutely have to. And we talk about that in your meeting rooms. That usually the head coach will mention as he's introducing the team to the opponent to the team. Hey, these are good traits about them, but these are some of the other things. They're also highly penalized, whether it be from pre-snap penalties, holding calls, illegal formations, defensive penalties if they highly pass interference type of team. So just to let you know all the things we can take advantage of as well. So, and hopefully the stadium will be crowded that night on Sunday night. Fans are still, there supporting us. Even though the season's not going the way it should go, hopefully our fans are still in that building so we can get some pre-snap penalties. Force them maybe to have to deal with some stuff from a communication standpoint, especially when they're on offense.
As the green dot, can you affect that while you're on the field? As the middle linebacker, can you affect how that goes as far as getting those pre-snap penalties?
No, the thing is, a lot of pre-snap penalties especially pre-snap, that's more about the crowd noise, or it's about the player that they got to deal with, or looked at. Maybe we show them something that they haven't seen. So it is a little bit aspect of the defense. We're showing them a look they haven't seen. So maybe they're trying to change a play as late in the play clock, and then they end up getting a delay of game. But the crowd noise, false starts, if you're worried about getting off quickly, stuff like that. So it's a little bit of the defense, but more about the crowd and the player that they have to block or the scheme that they have to deal with.
Well, let me take you to the dark side. London trying to be nice. London is exactly like I was on the football field. Everybody call it trash talk. I call it smart talk. If I could say something to you that will make you do something stupid and get a call against your team, I'm doing it. See, I studied backgrounds of players for the game. I wanted to know who the girlfriend was, the fiance, the wife. I wanted to know all that. The toughest, the hardest thing for a man to do is forget about you said something about the girl. And I always did it in the games. I'll be like, hey, tell Tammy I said hi. He's like, how you know Tammy? I'm like, hey, she ain't tell you? I don't know her. I just want to get you off your game. So whatever it takes, and everybody's not mentally tough, and everybody's not mentally strong. So sometimes you got to do little stuff. So when I just got tackled, now he coming in late. I said, 15-yard fool. I said, I don't must know you're a girl. I just saw it in the press guy. Now I'm letting you know how stupid you were. I've been playing golf with this dude.
Oh, man.
This dude talk more trash than I ever thought I could talk. So I know he did the same.
You trying to mess up our reputation.
No. Hey, you smart.
Oh, yeah.
He was doing the same things. Bro, you got to find a way to bring the momentum to your side.
You definitely
got to find a way to
that.
get somebody to do something stupid. Man, Ken Norton, Ken and I got into some scuffles.
Ken was
He
a
told
bad
me, man, I knock you. I said, bro, you ain't that good. Your daddy can box. You can't box. What the hell are you talking about? And also Izzo. There's two people on this court today. I had fights with them, both of them. You know, it's just like you got to find a way to get them off their game. And it worked. Every time.
I think that's what made you be going out and talking to special teams so fly. Is because, like, even though you and Izzo have that history,
Yeah.
Shield shows love. There's a respect there. Ken Norton, y'all gonna speak every time y'all see each other.
Yeah.
I love that level of respect. Gary, was it the same for you? Were you aware of those tendencies that the defense had that you were ready to exploit as far as, like, penalties, pass interference calls? Were you aware of things like that?
I mean, I was not really. I mean, my thing was about preparation. Me making sure that I was prepared the best I could be for that game, to the point where, you know, I could tell the defensive back what I was going to do and feel 100% comfortable. There's not a daggone thing that they can do about that. See, that's pretty good. See, boss lady, I didn't curse. See, boss lady, a daggone thing they could do about it. So I think for me, it was all about preparation and putting in the work. If I put in the work during a week of practice before that game, I'm extremely confident that you can't cover me. I mean, I just very rarely, you better hope I drop the ball. There's a better chance I'm going to drop the ball than you're going to cover me. That's just not, I've been doing it for way too long. I put in too much work. I'm a football player 52 weeks out of the year when I was playing. 52 weeks out of the year, I'm a football player. Every type of thing I'm doing, if I'm playing basketball, it's to make me a better football player. 100% is to make me a better football player. The type of moves I'm making on the basketball court is the same thing I'm trying to do at the line of scrimmage. Me trying to create space with somebody so close. Basketball is so good for football players to play because it allows you to get away in space. Because speed don't matter. They act like it matters. No. Angles. Angles catches everything.
Yeah.
So I got to make you miss in space. So for me, it was all about preparation, understanding what my opponent was going to try to do. And a lot of times, I wouldn't look at film on purpose because it's to geek me up. Like, I'm so good, I don't have to look at film on you. And trust me, sometimes I should have looked at the daggone film. See, boss lady? That's again, boss lady. I didn't curse. Daggone film.
It's crazy.
So, but for the majority of the times, it made me play because I've been like, okay, I haven't watched film, so I got to come out here and prepare that much more. The key is a preparation for everything. If you prepared for that person and you truly do put in the work 52 weeks out of the year, what are they going to do to me?
There you go.
I like my odds. If you're Vegas, you better bet on me.
I like that. That's excellent insight, fellas. And London, I started with you because I don't even know if it's an argument, but you're the best linebacker to ever
He
rock
started
the burgundy
playing
and gold.
varsity when he was 12
You the
years
best.
old.
Yeah, man. I mean, you probably looked the same size when you was 12 years old, man.
He was the homecoming king and everything. 12
years old.
He was pissing off all
Got the girl on his arm and everything.
And honestly, London, the only linebacker still playing in this league that's even comparable to you is also in the burgundy and gold now, and that's in Bobby Wagner.
Yeah.
And he hit a record last game, 100 tackle of the season. That's 14 consecutive seasons with 100 tackles or more. Whew. The only other person to ever do that, London Fletcher. Let's give it up for London Fletcher.
Yo, 100.
When you see that,
Yeah, but
when you see, that's one linebacker that's been able to do that. That's what you've been able to do, man. How proud are you? Because you've had a relationship with Bobby way before he got into burgundy and gold. He respected your game way before, man. How much does that mean to you to see him be able to join you in those ranks?
Man, it meant a lot to me because just talking with Bobby, I should say, our relationship dates back to 2019 where he reached out to me. He played for the Seattle Seahawks. I think he was already maybe a 6 or 7 time Pro Bowler, had made All-Pro team a few times. And he reached out to me on social media. He didn't have my number. Like, hey, man, I'd love to be able to, connect with you, talk about the game, whatever. So I shoot him my number, whatever. We talked a couple times just about football and things I saw in this game. And he was kind of picking my brain, especially from a coverage standpoint, wanting to ask me coverage things. And B. Mitch and Gary, they'll tell you for a current player to show you respect, like once you're done playing, that means the world to me. You can be on an opposing team. If a New York Giant or the Philadelphia Eagle called me, a linebacker or whatever, called me showing, hey, man, could you help me out? Now, I might tell them we're going to wait till the offseason, but you just appreciate that somebody currently respected what you did on the field. So for Bobby to be able to tie my record with the 14 consecutive tackles, it's a testament to him and his longevity, his being able to play health-wise, and productivity. Just all that stuff comes into play. And he mentioned it to me. He's like, I'm gonna keep you relevant. So by him continue to do these types of things,
that's real.
because you have to mention me when you mention Bobby.
Yeah, it's like most guys today walk into the league thinking they know everything. They don't need nobody. I'm sure everybody parent told them you can learn something from anybody and everybody. So the Bears were playing against Washington, and guess who called me and asked me, yes, man, what am I doing wrong? I gave him a couple points and he ran a touchdown that game.
Why you didn't wait till the next week?
But listen, because
I'm messing with you.
for 8 years straight, I had told everybody on the Washington team, the coaches and the players, I'm here. Get my number, we'll talk. Nobody called.
Yep.
When somebody reaches out to you that's playing and one of the best in the league, like Bobby was, man, you know what that does for your psyche?
Oh, my goodness.
It's like the whole thing about it is like we are all willing to help somebody else. And to be honest with you, if somebody reaches out to you, you forget about the fact of who they played for. It's the fact that they reached out to you. And Bobby doing what he did, reaching out to London, man, I'm sure that made you feel like,
it made me feel great, man.
This dude right here is killing. He called me.
Yeah.
It
It's
does
the
some great
ultimate
things
compliment.
for you.
It's the ultimate compliment.
And that's what I don't think the regular public understands. Like, man should be in the Hall of Fame, and he's not there.
He will be.
But when a guy I had Gail Sayers say Brian Mitchell could play in any era. That's bigger than anything
That's
that
huge.
could happen
That's
in the
facts.
world.
That is
We told you that in Barcelona, in Madrid. We just told you could play in the 50s. Smoke a heater, drink a shot of Jack.
He definitely
Oh,
could.
it'd be good money.
Go out and return, kick for a touchdown.
No doubt.
Gail Sayers thought I said I was good. They thought I said I'm a renegade.
I know, you were both.
But no, man, it's an unbelievable feeling when the guys at the top of their game are still reaching out to you to help them get to another level. That's the great thing.
That's spectacular.
And Bobby and company are going to have their hands full because we're seeing a guy in Bo Nix who's been getting off in year 2, London, but he also tends to make some of those mistakes. 8 interceptions so far in this season. You talk about those trends that you follow. As a linebacker, I'm sure you know how many interceptions this quarterback is throwing. How can Bobby and company exploit that and get him to make a few more mistakes?
Well, it helps that Denver's kind of banged up in the running back room, so it helps put a little bit more pressure on Bo Nix. I'll say this. I love Bo Nix coming out of college. Like,
a lot of people did.
Thought still think he's a hell of a football player. Love his dual threat athleticism. He can throw the football, make all the plays, but in his accuracy. But no quarterback wants to have to carry the load fully. Yeah. So you stop it and run, which you talk about every week when you're in the defensive meeting room. But also, can we get pressure, consistent pressure? With DQ calling the defense last week, we were able to get 3 sacks and create some other pressure on the quarterback. Hopefully, we're able to build upon what we did against the Dolphins at Madrid and even continue to evolve within that scheme and be able to get pressure on the quarterback. Pressures lead to interceptions. Pressures leads to turnovers. So it's going to start with the defensive front. If we can get pressure on him, then I like our chances.
And B, as London mentioned, they are down a running back. J.K. Dobbins is a very capable back. They got a guy in R.J. Harvey, young guy, but he's no J.K. Dobbins, right? London says we got to get rid of the run in this game to make it harder on Bo Nix. How can we accomplish that when we've seen guys come in Northwest Stadium and put up big numbers in the running game?
Well, I think it starts off with Kinlaw. I mean, Kinlaw has shown last week he is throwing one guy while reaching over the guy to grab him. He has shown how dominant he can be. And he just has to something just has to go off in his head and say, I can do this every play. Like,
I play like an animal.
I watched Chris Jones play football. Chris Jones can dominate every play. But Chris Jones likes to sometimes relax. But when he decides to take over a game, there ain't a damn person in the league that can block him one-on-one. Nobody. Trent Williams, nobody. That dude he's a jumpy gathers type, where he can take you and you could be 310, he will just toss you like you're a nobody. That's what Kinlaw has to understand. He has that ability to do it on a regular basis. And people always talk about the edges in football. As a former quarterback, you come off the edge all day. If you don't have no pressure up the middle, I'm going to cook you. So you watch. When they have no pressure up the middle, the guy steps up into the pocket, slides one way, delivers the football. If that pressure comes out the middle, what's the first thing they do? Put that ball in front of them and tuck. So the pressure has to come from the middle. So you look at Aaron Donald was 6 feet, 6'1", right, 285, the most dominant, other than Reggie White, I thought he was the most dominant inside guy to play the game of football. And those two guys will totally disrupt a passing game from the inside. We're so concerned about the outside. I think the big guys in the inside need to realize, start coming from the middle, getting those sacks. You can get paid them $30 million like them dudes on the outside.
And Gary, I appreciate your perspective as a receiver when you're watching and critiquing defensive backs. Our defensive backs are going to have a very, very tall task because, again, we want to force interceptions, but we also want to slow guys down like Cortland Sutton. Now, he hasn't scored a touchdown. I think he has 1 touchdown in his last 7 games. However, we know how capable he is. What do you want to see from our secondary, not only in this game, but moving forward as we end the season?
I just want to see a more concentration on effort and practice, staying after practice, having our best receivers, them go against that because, honestly, as a defensive back, if you're not a shutdown corner, quite honestly, your lifespan in the league is going to be a short one. Just going to be, you're going to play about 3 years and you're going to be gone because the league is built on shutdown corners. If the quarterback is not scared to come your way, that's a problem. Mm-hmm. The quarterback does not typically want to go your way if you're a shutdown corner. And even though and that's why we have to play a lot of zone. If you're playing a lot of zone, quite honestly, a good quarterback is going to pick you apart. It's zone. There's open areas in the zone. As long as the receivers get to the open area, there's nothing you can do about it because it's a zone. If it's man and you're shutting me down and I'm covered, that's a win for a defensive back. Mm-hmm. I just got to see somebody have that swag. And what I would love to see them do as well is like celebrate when you get an interception, celebrate when you knock a ball down, don't celebrate when, the guy dropped the ball and
the ball
he had you beat, and it was overthrown. He had you beat, and then
They
you
get up and do
celebrate.
like this.
I'm just looking at you like, why? Not saying that our players are doing that, but I mean that just bothers me in general because you look like an idiot when you do that. It's the key is work on your game. Like work on your game. How many people are staying after practice to work on their game? Because right now there's a reason why, we've won 3 games.
I
Got to work on our game.
based on what you're saying is this. I know what the rules are in football, but the way that the league and the NFLPA has agreed to do stuff, that amount of time is not good for everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So 1990, I roll in here, the great Art Monk, Ernest Biner, the offensive lineman, Darryl Green. After practice, Gary, I'm watching all these dudes work out. And I'm like, what the hell? I mean, we just had a 2-hour practice. So what I did, I went to the other field. And I just started like looking over and doing what they were doing. Coach Gibbs called me in his office. He said, man, they're going to invite you over one day. I was just trying to, I'm like, if they're doing it, I wasn't going to be the other rookies. Man, let's go to D.C. and hang out. No, I wanted to, if they've been playing 7, 8 years, they still doing that, I'm going to do it. So they finally invited me over. And you realize, like right now, the rules of football are not conducive for guys to have very good careers. I'm being honest with you. People think when you don't practice football, you can go play football. No, that's why so many people get hurt. Right now, a lot of guys should be staying after practice because they don't get enough work during practice. It's not physical. You're not hitting anybody. So they got to have some extra energy. So if I don't see it on Sundays, you know why? Because they're not used to doing it. So they got to go out there and do something else to bring that.
I'll tell you, to your point, I played in the older era back in the day, and then I've seen the league transition to a lot of new rules, especially like hits on defenseless receivers. But also I was here when they implemented I was still playing when they implemented just one padded practice in training camp, couldn't do 2-a-days, all that type of stuff. So I seen the physicality kind of change. Also during the week, I think you get, back then we were playing 16 games, I think you may have been allowed 15 padded practice during a regular season.
Imagine that, 15 padded practice in a 16-game season.
But it was basically once a week.
So one week you're not even getting no padded practice.
And I missed more tackles during during that time than I ever did.
Bruh.
Because you get used to, your body gets used to that muscle memory of not wrapping up, not playing with the low pad level, all the different things that you need to do when you have physical practices. So B. Mitch has a great point of that because I lived in both worlds.
I hear people saying, you can't practice kickoff return the way it is in a game. I'm like, why not? You may not have to tackle me, but when I catch a punt or a kickoff, I'm going 40 yards. Full speed.
I played in the Pro Bowl with Adrian Peterson. We know what the Pro Bowl practices are like.
Yeah.
Man, it's just, we doing more right now than we do at the Pro Bowl practice.
Yeah.
Adrian Peterson, you couldn't tell me he wasn't prepared for the Super Bowl the way he was in that Pro Bowl practice.
Yeah.
He literally running into the back of his lineman, knocking him down, taking it 30, 40 yards in a Pro Bowl practice.
Because what you do is this. So leaving DC going to Philly, I remember John Harbaugh asked me, he say, so what's your concept on practice? I say, Coach, just kick the ball, I'll show you. So he said, what do you mean by that? I said, I'll show you. So he called a middle return, and I caught the ball, and there's a bunch of guys and just messing around, and I ran full speed, and I put my shoulder pad right in the middle of somebody's back, and my helmet hit the other guy. And then, man, what you doing? I said, dude, if you're in the game like this, I'm going to run through you.
Yeah.
So I kept doing it. And we ran our first preseason game, and you could see everybody, you know, they say, get your butt out the hole. Everybody getting their butt out the hole because they know I'm coming. So I ran 40 yards because if I could get 40 yards, I could go to rest. And it's how you practice. I tell people all the time, if they tell you, if you are not as good an athlete as a guy, and they tell y'all both y'all got to do the same thing, and then you start doing what he's doing, you'll never catch him. Yeah. So if you are a lesser athlete, you got to go do a little bit more. Yeah. And in the professional ranks, it's your damn job to make you the best person. People, I hate when media people and fans talk about coach not getting them ready. Well, he's his tool. If he don't get his tool to tip top, he's the damn problem. It ain't got nothing to do with the coach.
None.
You know,
better
listen,
overcome
bro,
that
I
coach.
had success despite some coaches.
Exactly.
I'm saying, I had coaches who would tell me to do something. I say, nope, I'm not doing that.
I mean,
I say, on Sunday, I'm the coach. You're not.
Yeah, it's up to the players. I mean, it truly is. They give us a strategy. Our job is to go out there and take their strategy and tweak it and make it game ready.
Yes.
Because we're the football players.
Yes.
We're the football players. If there's a play that's called in and you're a quarterback, change the play if you don't like what you see. You see something different, make the change, make the call. That's the key. Nobody wants to be accountable sometimes. The key is I want to be accountable all the time. If I make a mistake, I made a mistake. It's on me.
Yeah.
And let me know that I made a mistake. It's okay. I'm okay with that because I'm daggone sure, I'm still not saying bad words, boss lady. I'm daggone sure that it's going to work because I'm going to put in the work for it. It's all about putting in the work. It's really that simple.
Yes.
It definitely
Preparation is everything.
It definitely is about
52 weeks out of the year, you're a football player. 52 weeks, not just for the 10, 11, 18 games you play.
This is the professional football, basketball, baseball, hockey is the strangest profession in the world. Here you are the professional athlete. And most times your coach is not a guy who's a professional athlete.
Nope.
And everybody gives the coach more credit than they do you.
Well, yep.
A lot of times the coach has never done what you're doing.
Nope.
Never been in the situation you're in.
Nope.
It is your job to get to the top. I had coaches that helped me along the way, but that coach didn't teach me more than I was willing to work. You know, I walked into this thing with a thing that Blanche Mitchell Sr. gave me. You know, a military background father gave me something that and Don Bro, my first running back coach in the league, he said, bro, you got more work ethic than I can teach you. And I became best friends with Don. But I had another coach who tried to tell me how I'm supposed to do something, and he's 5'6", 165 pounds. I'm like, when have you ever done it? He say, what are you trying to say? I said, when have you ever done it? Because I've done it more times than you tried to tell somebody to do it. So I told him, I said, Coach, I'm going to listen to you all week. On Sunday, I am going to do what works. I'm not going to do what you tell me to do. Because if I do what you tell me to do, I'll get cut.
I just watched something recently. There was a coach talking. It was Sean, I think it was Sean McVay, or it may have been Leon Combs, who's the head coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars. They was just talking about the plays that you get on the offense, especially receiver or whatever. I don't want that receiver to just run that straight line like it's drawn up. I'm going to give you the concept, but then I want you to become an artist. Use your personality.
Yes.
Whatever you have to do to get that job done, I'm going to let that guy do it. Like, you're the artist. Go out there and paint that picture.
That's it, baby.
That's 100%.
London, I want to go back to something you mentioned because I like that you explained the difference in the game now, right? Because we all would love to see guys hitting all day long, but the fact of the matter is the league is not going back to what the league was when y'all were there, right? You talk about the players and the mentality. How do you achieve that? Because I'm listening to Gary talk, and all of these different people have that same mentality of, I want to be the best. I want to be a winner. But now the league is different. The league has changed. Players are making more money than y'all had ever seen before they even get to the league.
Listen,
is there a way to create that culture?
We made more money than the decades before, so that's just how it goes. So the money piece.
I'm gonna say I made more money in college my first year too in the league.
But so throw money aside, because I think too many people want to say, hey, these guys making this money, they're not playing this hard. That's
stuff.
All right, look.
I didn't say that, boss lady.
When you step between them white lines, you're not thinking about how much money you make, all other stuff. The game of football is too hard to play to even get that second contract to make the big money. You can't fake it in this league. If you will be exposed.
But there's a simple fix.
But as far as the changing of the rule, league's not going back to that. what has not changed is work ethic.
Yeah.
That's in the 50s when B. Mitch could have played to 2025 right now.
It's a simple
The work
fix.
ethic has to
you
be
used to be
consistent.
my best friend. I don't like you no more.
Fellas, is that something that can be
This is a
taught
simple
at this
fix.
level?
This is a simple fix for it all.
Work ethic?
Yeah.
You can't do what they're saying if the coach is on the field. When the coaches leave, the players can do whatever they want to do.
Absolutely.
So the captains of my team, the leaders on my team, don't have to be the captains, the leaders on my team now is going to call it together, and we're going to play ball.
Yep.
We're going to hit. We're going to do everything that's necessary for us to become a better football team. The players rule the game. If I were coaching, I'm going to put my captains aside. I'm saying we go in. None of my coaches going to be on the field.
Y'all better
But
get
now
it done.
y'all go give me 25, 30 plays where you're getting it done. And I want you guys tackling. I want you guys hitting. I want you guys doing everything that's necessary to win football games. Because if I don't practice what I'm supposed to do, I'm not going to do it good. It's just what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See,
Absolutely.
this is. I remember when I got here. When I got to Washington, I got in the NFL. It was barbaric. But I tell Dan Riley, I say, Coach, I want to do power cleans. I want to do jerks. He said, "Oh, we can't teach that because everybody don't know the techniques." I said, "Well, I know the techniques." So he said, "Well, if you come in at 6 o'clock in the morning, you can do it." So I would have to show up at 6 in the morning when everybody else got to show up 7:30 or later to do my snatches, my power cleans, because I felt that made me a better player. It made me more explosive. I was a stronger guy. So he gave me an outlet to do it. He wasn't teaching it, but he gave me an outlet. Most guys want to go by, most athletic things are set up for the guy in the least amount of shape, not the guys that are in great shape. So if you come to camp in great shape and you just getting through everything, you're losing some stuff. You need to be pushed a little bit. And I try to tell every athlete in any sport, if you're not pushing yourself to get the best out of what you know, my strength coach can't tell me when I'm in shape. I know when I'm in shape. If I got to run 8 200s, I know after I finish that 8th one, if I'm about to die, I know I'm not in shape. I might have finished every one in the time he gave me. And the time they give you ain't the time that you really need.
Y'all run 200s?
Yeah. We ran 200, we ran 300, we did all kind of stuff. But if I finish it in a time that you tell me, but I'm still gasping for air, I know I'm not in shape. So I gotta finish this stuff to where when I finish, I know. And then guess what I would do? If I finish it and I'm not gasping, I wouldn't lift weights. I was a fool. Garrett, look, I was a maniac because I'm always trying to be better than you, and I'm gonna have my to another level.
Here's something else I will say.
He's still a maniac.
Yes. Here's something I will say as it relates to back when you were a rookie. Myself was a younger player, rookie. It's key also to have some veterans in that position group to show you how to do certain things. Because the coach gonna give it to you, whether the coach is good or bad. You mentioned some of them may not have played that position. I don't think that determines whether you can be a good coach or not. Yeah. But the coach can maybe tell you something, and he may give you an idea how you can apply it on the football field. But it just hits differently when it's somebody in that position group that has done it at a high level. And also teaching you a routine. A lot of times you need to figure out a routine on how to practice, how to maintain your body, things you should do. So that's where you have those veteran guys in that locker room. And, a lot of people talk about our old team. So that we have, but all these veterans, they have routines, and they can pass that on to these young guys.
Yes.
And to be able to be considered an old guy in this league, you had to build up some habits to get you to that point.
Right.
And London, that's why I asked you that, because I look at you and you came here as a veteran. You were not only one of the best linebackers ever played, but you're one of the best leaders to ever play the game as well. When you look at not only this game tonight, but you look at the stretch of games, man, Minnesota, New York, Philly, Dallas, Philly. What are you saying as that leader, as that veteran, to get these guys ready?
We playing
just got off the bye week.
We only worried about Denver.
Yeah.
Yeah, we only worried about, that's all we can worry about is the preparation for this game. If you get to start looking down the line, whether you win or lose, whatever your record is, the minute you take your eyes off of what's in front of you, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
We're only concerned about Denver.
Do you feel the same way about the record as well, where we sit right now?
Worry about Denver. You don't know.
That's what's in front of you.
You don't know how other teams gonna play the second half of the season. These last 6 games. We don't know how we're gonna play these last 6 games. Let's only focus on that.
Listen, y'all dropping so much knowledge. Our light went out. We don't need the light.
I wanted a
y'all
candle. I
shine
wanted a
so
candle
bright.
like Denver.
I'm gonna give you a little something to close on this thing. You get in your car. Everybody get in their car tonight. There's a rear view mirror, and that's a damn windshield. Which one is the biggest? The windshield. You worry about what's coming in front of you, not what's behind you. That's the record right now, 3-8. That's behind you. Worry about that windshield. It's a lot more life coming in front of you. And if you focus on that, some amazing things can happen. But if you allow yourself for a little bit to even look in the side view mirror, okay, or you look in that rear view, you're done. Because you won't be focusing on what's ahead of you. London's absolutely right. You got to focus on what's next. And the only thing that's next is one game. You got 6 of them left, but one game is the most important game this week. Then you got a chance to go to the other one. That's the great thing that God set up this whole thing of football. He gives you one of them a week. If you can't focus on one game a week, then you're a damn fool. Point blank.
For the uninitiated, we call what happened here tonight ism. Ism was dropped on y'all from OGs that won Super Bowls, that did it at the highest level, and 3 of the best to ever do it at their respective positions. We will be here every home game. We're shooting for Thursdays, but you know sometimes things change, but we will be here at DC Prime for the rest of the home games of the season. There's only a few left, fellas, but we have had so much fun being here at DC Prime. The lights are out, which means we are out. We are taking off. This has been your Game Day Preview Podcast out here at DC Prime with some of the best fans in the NFL. I'm your host, Brian Coble Jr. here with Gary Clark, Brian Mitchell, and London Fletcher. We will see y'all next time, but we will also see y'all Sunday when we do our Game Day show. We out this thing.
Peace.